This a man no want gun God for do no. This a man no want gun God for do no video with we. And a we. What no? Big man. I use this a man I use gun God. The man I abuse gun God. The man monetize gun God channel. So what we are do to gun God? What we are do to gun God? No, but you say you don't say. We are say go on again.
The man tell Gungad no going a board video. Intel Papi no going at them. The man tell all I'm teaming and the gun going on nobody video, brother. The man a control them.
Control way.
Listen to me.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Man come over me yard and go on me veranda diss me.
They say what? Me tell Gungad say you waste man and me talk that anyway. But listen what me I say.
Oh, me become a waste
then
man.
Listen man. You know make me talk. You alone a talk. Listen, no, me not come here and come talk. But with the pan road and so we can talk. Listen to me now. You don't say me I use Gungad. How long you da do over? You did look pan Gungad?
Brother Gungad never look pan
me. Big man, listen to me. Missy Gungy. Hold on man. Missy Gungy one time, nobody else ever see Gungy. Missy Gungy I walk. One day.
Gungy was never nobody.
Listen.
Me in post upside them was nobody. Gungy was the popular long time.
Listen,
I win dancing contest.
So, but you know make me talk. But you know make me talk, Nick. Nick, you know make me talk.
You know make me talk. Listen to me.
Listen to me. Listen to me. But listen to me. You know make me talk. Oh, watch you now.
Me don't feel me. I worry nobody.
Attack him, attack
man. If you want, we can just do that and done.
No, me not do that. Are you alone? I do that, you know. Oh, listen to me.
That's what
listen to me.
Listen to me.
Listen to me. You have to everybody. Listen to me now. You not listen to me. You not listen to me. You not listen to me.
Mike, me not like the fact that you feel like you're ready to go promote to the public.
Me not promote nothing to the public.
Yeah, record this. Tell everybody who make Gungad come talk who are baby father. What them something when you're ready to make people know, would I make people know that, brother?
Oh, listen to me. Listen to me. Me see Gungy. Gungy usually see me every day. See? Gungy usually send Renee little picnic come ask me for money. I mean, you know me look, but you know listen. You look up
listen, I mean, ears listen for that.
Gungy usually send people come ask me for money. I say, you know what? One day I say, you know what? Me not like that, you know. Me not like that style, you know. You know what I go do? I go help you out. I go help her out. And I go to Obama and say, alright, Gungy, come. That way then I can show say, I can pay you. Me not go get up and give my man money every day.
Yeah, because that's not help.
That's not help. Alright, that's a handout. Yeah, and me not depend that. So I go to Obama and put Gungad on the team. We go to Obama, we take time, we bring up Gungy. So you say when you say a statement where cut to the core, you know, because you say I use Gungad, you know. Anyways.
No, if you say I use me, I can simply say
anyways. We go to Obama and Gungad start build up ourselves. Then all of a sudden, me come to Obama and me see you come cross. Nobody never said no, because Gungad a big woman. Anybody feel to do whatever they want to do. But you know where it becomes bad now. One time when I go tell a man say, yo, don't come in on a video with COLAZ and wait. Big man, me take it up on myself. You know?
And the unborn life when I born it. Me never said that to her yet.
Me take it up on myself.
So, welcome to Kahman. Today, we are stripping away the theatrics from people and the performative nature of internet drama to look at the cold hard mechanism of people and mechanics of a digital collapse. The situation surrounding Gungad lifestyle isn't just about a heated argument or a viral video. It is a textbook study of how private trauma gets weaponized for public consumption. When you look at the raw footage of people, the genuine, unfiltered distress, you have to ask yourself at what point does content creation cross the line into exploitation? Because people, we have watched the narrative unfold through the lens of creators like Nick Vlog, whose involvement has turned a deeply personal struggle into a multi-platform spectacle, people. But let's be clear, this isn't just about the bullying that occurred on camera, it is about the environment that allowed this to happen, people, in the first place. This is a story about power, control, and the silence that usually follows a desperate plea. So when COLAZ decided to step into the frame of people, he didn't just pick a side, he disrupted the cycle by choosing to defend Gungad lifestyle when the situation reached a breaking point. He forced an uncomfortable spotlight onto behaviors that were previously being ignored or missed. People are tired of the games and the edited clips. They want the truth. They want to see someone stand up against the manipulation that has become the hallmark of this specific niche. And on this channel, my people, as you guys know, we do not fluff and we do not sugarcoat the facts. We are here to the structure of this conflict, the role of those involved, and why the COLAZ intervention was the catalyst, my people, that the entire story needed. You understand? And as me say, my people, now that we have laid the groundwork for this whole situation to blow up, my people, we need to talk about what happened right before the camera started rolling. Because as all the normal people say over here on Common Sense, we look at the facts that people try to hide for a long time. My people, the whole relationship between Ground God Lifestyle and Nick Vlog look like just another, online disagreement with people. But we know it was much deeper than that. We're talking about real life intimidation. Behind the scenes, my people, the pressure was mounting. And it wasn't just words as one might think. It was a pattern of behavior that was meant to break Ground God down little by little, my people. You guys might be asking yourself now, why did it take so long for the truth to come out? That is the real question, my people. And when Nick Vlog was busy playing his part, making it seem like he was the one in the right, he didn't count on the fact that the truth has a way of finding its way to the surface. He thought he could control the story, but he underestimated the strength it takes for someone to finally say enough. When Ground God finally, my people, made that plea, the mask he had been wearing finally slipped off for everyone to see him for who he really is. This is where COLAZ come back into the picture, my people. COLAZ saw the pattern, my people. He saw the game that was being played. He refused to stay silent, and when COLAZ chose to step up, it wasn't just about winning an argument. It was about stopping the cycle of bullying that had been going on for way too long. He became the voice that she needed, my people, when her own voice was being drowned out by the entire nights of the media. And as me say, my people, this isn't just about drama between creators. It is about standing up for someone when they are being treated unfairly. And as me say, as we move deeper into this, my people, you will see how everything was connected and why the action of these people mattered so much, my people. As me say, I want to keep your eyes up, because what we are uncovering next is going to show you exactly how deep this situation really goes, my people. Because as me say, you guys see, Nick Vlog was definitely a bullying type of person, and Ground God was the type of person who you can't see that she is a girl where we keep things down if she get the chance to keep it down, you see it. So now, my people, we have to look at the evidence that made it impossible for anyone to look away, my people, because as you know, on Common Sense, we deal with facts, you understand? And the facts are found in the video, my people. We are talking about that specific raw footage of Ground God Lifestyle. When that video hit the internet, my people, it wasn't just a post, it was a loud and clear cry for help that traveled fast. People watching the COLAZ Smith TV, my people, saw something that they could not unsee. You understand? It showed a side of the conflict with Nick Vlog that he tried to keep hidden from the public's eye. Think about what that footage actually captured, my people. It wasn't just a moment of anger, you know. It was a clear look at how she was feeling and what she was going through. When you watch it, my people, you don't just see the words she is saying, you see the pain in her face and the fear in her tone, my people. This is the abuse exposed footage we have been talking about, and it forced everyone to stop guessing and start seeing the truth for themselves. This is why it became such a big deal. It took the rumors and turned them into proof, my people. You understand, my people? While others were busy trying to twist the story, this footage stood tall as the unfiltered truth. COLAZ understood that once this was out there, my people, he had to take a stand, and he didn't wait around. He used that footage to show my people, everyone, that the bullying against Ground God Lifestyle had to stop right then and there. It was a turning point for the whole community. It showed that no matter how much someone tries to hide their actions behind a screen, the truth will eventually come to light, my people. So as me say, people, you know, have to just continue to support and keep watching Common Sense, because you know we're going to dissect the one of you, so you can get a better understanding of what really and truly and how the whole situation between Ground God and Nick Vlog started, so till COLAZ Smith became involved. So now, my people, that the evidence is on the table, we have to talk about how the defense was built, because on Common Sense we look at the tactics that actually changed the outcome of a situation. And when COLAZ decided to stand up for Ground God Lifestyle, he didn't just walk in blindly, my people. He had a plan. He knew that if he wanted to expose the bullying tactic used by Nick Vlog, he had to do it in a way that the entire internet would understand. he made sure that the focus stayed exactly where it belonged and on the unfair treatment my people of a woman who was reaching her limit, which was ground God lifestyle. It is one thing in my people to talk about doing the right thing, you understand? But it is another thing to actually get up and do it when the heat is on. And COLAZ turned his platform into a wall of defense. He took a clip that Nick Vlog thought would made her look bad with people, and he flipped the script completely. He pointed out the manipulation with people, he called out the bullying, and he made sure that nobody could walk away without knowing the truth about what ground God lifestyle was enduring. It was a masterclass in how to use your influence for something that actually matters. This strategy, my people, worked because it was real, you understand, coming from the heart. It wasn't about trying to make himself look good, it was about making sure she wasn't alone. When people saw COLAZ stepping up, my people, it gave them the confidence to speak out too. That is how you break the power of someone who thinks they can push another person around. You understand, my people? You don't just fight them, you know. You show the world exactly what they are doing. And as I said, we are looking at a complete shift in the tide, my people, when COLAZ stepped up just to defend gun God. At this point in the story, my people, the narrative began to shift rapidly because over here, my people, we track how public opinions move like a wave, and here, as we say, my people, the wave broke against the efforts to silence the truth. For a long time, the supporters of Nick Vlog held the megaphone, my people, shouting down anyone who dared to ask questions or demand fairness for ground God lifestyle. But that strategy only worked as long as the truth stayed in the shadows. Once COLAZ brought the reality of the situation into the light, the people who were previously afraid to speak up began to find their courage. This wasn't just a win for one person, my people, it was a win for the integrity of the entire community. When you have a creator who is willing to put their reputation on the line to defend someone who is being bullied, the dynamics change overnight, my people. The viewers who had been watching from the sidelines realized they didn't have to accept the version of events that Nick Vlog was trying to force feed them. They started to see the connections, the patterns, and the undeniable truth of the abuse. The pressure began to build on those who had helped perpetuate the bullying, my people. They realized that their tactics were no longer effective because the audience was finally seen behind the curtains. COLAZ had effectively stripped away the power dynamic with people from them, leaving the bullies with nowhere to hide. This is exactly what happened when, as I say, my people, this happened when you have someone who is not afraid to lead the charge. This was the moment the community started to demand accountability instead of just consuming content. But as I say, my people, this is only the Miglai story. There are about, as I say, things are about to get even more revealing and shocking as we go further right now, you understand? So as I say, now the truth was out, my people, and as I say, now that the truth was out, there was no going back in, my people. We look at what happens when the people who think they are untouchable finally have to face the music, my people, because for a long time Nick Vlog operated as if his actions had no price. He thought he could bully ground God lifestyle and that the community would just keep scrolling. But the tide had turned, my people, as long as we have been as waiting for it, my people, and now he was looking at the real world consequences of his choices. It wasn't just about losing a few followers in, my people. It was about losing the trust of the entire people. Let me understand, my people. And when me say, when you act in a way that ignores basic human decency, you eventually run out of excuses. COLAZ didn't need to do anything other than point to the truth, my people, and by standing firm and refusing to back down, he forced the entire community to look at the behavior that had been excused for a long time, my people. People who had been silent were now speaking up, and the pressure on Nick Vlog was becoming impossible to ignore. The narrative that he had built to protect himself was crumbling piece by piece under the weight of the actual facts. This is what happens when justice starts to take its course. It's not only always fast, my people, and it is not always pretty, but it is necessary. The supporters of common sense know that when someone is being mistreated, it is up to us, my people, to make sure the truth gets told. The community was no longer willing to accept that bullying or the bullying, my people, and Nick Vlog was finally finding out that his actions had a serious cost. But as I say, my people, the impact of this situation moved far from beyond what just one or two creators, my people. We look at how one spark can turn into a whole entire wildfire, my people, and it wasn't just ground God lifestyle, COLAZ, and Nick Vlog anymore. The entire landscape of the community was changing. People across the platforms, people started to realize that they had the power to change the culture by choosing what they watch and who they supported. When you see someone standing up against bullying, my people, it gives you the strength to stand up in your own life. That is the ripple effect we are looking for. We started seeing other creators stepping up and talking about what was right and what was wrong. They couldn't stay quiet anymore because their viewers were demanding the truth. The pressure on the, as I say, my people, on anyone at all, my people, using bully tactics became stronger than ever before. This wasn't just about a single disagreement, it was a moment towards a healthier environment for everyone watching. COLAZ showed that being a leader means taking the hard part when it's the right part to take. This change my people at all, me I tell you say it was very comfortable and uncomfortable for some. For those who had been benefiting from the drama, it was very uncomfortable. But for those who have been fighting against it, it was very comfortable, my people. And they were those who were using it, my people, they were losing their grip on the narrative and they didn't know how to handle it. You could see the frustration, as me say, in their content. But guess what, my people, it was too late. As me say, we have seen the impact, the ripple effect, and the shifting tide of the community. Now, my people, on common sense, it is time to clear the air. There were a lot of rumors flying around, a lot of he said, she said, and a lot of noise designed to confuse the real issue. People are throwing blame in every direction, hoping that something would stick and distract from the actual facts of the abuse grown God lifestyle faced. But the truth is simple, my people, and it doesn't need to be hidden behind a wall of complicated story. The reality is this, my people, and the reality is that this was always about the treatment of a human being. And when I say COLAZ step in, my people, he wasn't at all trying to start no war at all. He was trying to just make sure same N1. He forced everyone to look at the facts instead of the drama. He reminded everyone that there is a line that should never be crossed, and when that line is crossed, there must be accountability. This was the moment where the lies started to lose their power on people because people were no longer willing to accept them as truth. It is important for us to separate the facts and people from fiction, you know. When you look at the evidence, the part, as my time people, becomes very clear. Nick Vlogger had his chance for people to do the right thing, but he chose a different path. COLAZ chose to stand for what was right, and the choice from people made all the difference from people. Clearing the air means looking at the situation, my people, with fresh eyes and a clear mind. We aren't heroes, or we aren't here to judge. We are here to understand my people. So, as me say, we are reaching the end of our investigation, and it is time to look at what this entire saga has actually taught us, my people, because on common sense, we believe that if you don't learn from the drama, you are destined to repeat it. The situation with Grown God Lifestyle, COLAZ Smith TV, and Nick Vlog was about much more than just a fight on the internet. It was a mirror held up, my people, and held up to this entire vlog, you understand? It showed us who stands up for others when things get tough, my people, and who hides behind a screen when it is time to be honest. The biggest lesson here is that silence is no longer an option. For a long time, bullying was allowed to thrive because people were either too afraid to speak out or too busy looking for entertainment to care about the truth. That changed when the audience decided that they were done with the games for people and the playing, you understand? When you hold creators accountable, as many people, the quality of the content have to change and the community becomes a much better place for everyone. We saw that happen here, and it is a blueprint for the future. This story also highlights the difference of people between being a content creator and being a leader. COLAZ showed that having a platform is a responsibility, not just a tool for views. When you choose to defend the truth, you might face opposition, but you also earn the kind of respect that money can never buy. And as me say, my people, we've reached the final chapter of our deep dive, looking back at everything we've uncovered on the common sense, my people. The path forward is clearer than ever. This entire situation wasn't just a moment in time, it was a wake-up call for every creator and every viewer in this space. The story of Grown God Lifestyle and the way COLAZ Smith TV chose to intervene has set a new standard from here on out. The community knows that the truth can't be buried by loud voices or edited clips. The power has shifted, and that is a good thing for everyone. Moving forward, the focus needs to be on accountability. Creators who use their platform to spread toxicity to people are engaging bullying now. As I said, know that they now know that the audience is watching them with a much sharper eye. They aren't just looking for no drama anymore. They are looking for substance, and they are looking for integrity. If you want to build a channel that lasts, as I say, my people, like what we're doing here on Common Sense, my people, you will have to be willing to stand for something real. We've dissected the footage, examined the defense strategies, and look at the real-world consequences of these actions. But the most important takeaway is that you, the viewers, are the ones who ultimately decide the direction of this whole situation. Your support for the truth is what makes change possible, my people. This investigation into Grongad lifestyle and COLAZ situation is officially closed now, my people over here, but the conversation doesn't have to end here. Stay vigilant, keep asking the questions of people, and keep demanding the truth. That is how we make this community better. One video at a time, my people. And as me say, thanks for walking this path with us on Common Sense to them, my people. So as me say, my people, just make sure so you know say it's your host with the most over here, Common Sense, giving you guys a quick update on the latest situation between Grongad Lifestyle and Nick Black that took place on Father's Day, the disagreement. And as me say, my people, we just come for highlight the situation so we can get the help for Grongad and our kids that they need to get out of harm's way, out of the way of bully and abuse for people. And just share your thoughts in the comment section. Remember to like and subscribe, my people. Up until the next one, your host with the most Common Sense, telling you guys to stay blessed. Enough love and respect, enough honors and manners. Yeah, man, my people, I am signing out.